Hello, my dear audience. Welcome to the Worldwide Foodies. Today I'm gonna introduce a dough drop soup. This is very popular in northern China. I'm sure you will like it. Let's start. Okay, let me introduce the ingredients. We need 2 medium-sized tomatoes, 1 egg, cilantro, also called coriander. I think parsleys are okay. You can try it. Green onions or spring onions, and I add some basil leaves. These are not traditional ingredients, but I just growed some in my garden, so I picked some of them. We need about 1 cup of wheat flour. Those ingredients are enough to make for 2 people. Now let's chop the herbs first. Use the same way to work with the cilantro and the green onions. You just cut them into half first, then chop. For the basil leaves, you can roll them up first, then cut them into small pieces to make a fine texture. You can do this crossing chop. Then put all the herbs on side. Cut the tomatoes into half, then remove the cores. Then you can simply slide them. Finally, we just need the tomato chunks. In a deep pan or pot, add about 2 cups of seafood broth. I made that the last night with clams, mussels, and shrimps. Then add your tomato chunks and turn the heat to high. You may need to add 2 more cups of cold water. Then give a stir. Bring that tomato soup to boil, then turn the heat to medium. Cover it and cook for about 10 minutes, or until all tomatoes are tender. During we cook the tomatoes, let's prepare the dough. So add 1 cup of wheat flour. You could adjust the wheat flour more or less. Then just gently shake the bowl, let the surface flat. Slowly pour the water into the flour. You can add a little bit first. Then stir with chopsticks or fork. Be careful, don't let them stick together. We are not making pizza dough. Then keep adding water in the flour and keep stirring until you see the little tiny doughs come out. Totally, we may need about ½ cup of water. If you make them stick together by accident, you can add a little bit more dry flour to adjust the moisture. Here I have a little tip. If you don't have time to cook the tomatoes until tender, you can add about 1 tablespoon of ketchup or tomato paste to give more tomato flavor to the soup. Now all your tomatoes are tender, so bring the soup to boil again. Then gently shake your tiny doughs into the soup and stir it immediately. Separate them as much as you can, don't let them stick together. Keep boiling for another 3 minutes. You can beat your egg at this time. Then turn off the heat. Gently pour your egg into the soup to make the egg drops. Stir a little bit so the food ingredients will not stick on the bottom of the pan. Then add all your herbs and stir well. Add salt for taste. Remember I said always start with 1 teaspoon. Then add white pepper powder. You can use black pepper, but I recommend to use white pepper for soup. Finally, it's time for plating. Prepare a bowl, then pour the soup into it. For this dish, you can do different versions. You can add different meat and vegetables, or make it for vegetarian. I just topped with cooked shrimp and corn stick. Okay, it's done. Next time I will make a couple videos to introduce some cooking tips. You are also welcome to visit my website and Facebook page. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.